Alright, hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another KonoSuba Fantastic Days video. Now today, I'm going to be talking about if you should be summoning for the Swimsuit Darkness banner, the one that is currently going on in the recruit section, the summer part 2. Of course, the summer part 1 is going to be the Swimsuit Melissa, as well as the Sun-Soaked Rin. Obviously, this banner it will be going away in about 30 hours from now, so if you do want to get these swimsuit exclusive characters, go ahead and do so because you only have about a day left. These characters obviously are not like game breaking, but they are still collectible characters and they are limited, so keep that in mind. They are limited characters, so you will not be having a chance to get them on a general banner. You only be able to get them, of course, when they come back. Now keep in mind that these are summer characters, so more than likely these characters will have a rerun sometime next year. If not next year, around the same time, July maybe, then maybe they'll do it sometime randomly in December, which doesn't make sense, but sometimes gacha games do that. They release like summer characters, like the rerun of them in the middle of like December or January. So these characters obviously are limited, so if you want to go ahead and summon for them, go ahead and do so. But today we're talking about the Swimsuit Darkness banner and if you should be summoning for this character. So let's go ahead and talk about the Swimsuit Darkness True Night Darkness's kit, and I'll talk about why she is pretty mediocre. She's honestly pretty solid, but there's only really bad thing about Swimsuit Darkness is she is in just a very, very poor kind of spot to be in as a banner character. Keep in mind, if you are summoning for this character, only really reason to do so once again is for waifu purposes. So if you really, really like Darkness, by all means, go ahead and go for her. There's also going to be the 3-star Union, the Beachcomber Union. She's a pretty solid water character, so if you have her, you can definitely use her on the brand new event. She does get away with using some nice water damage. I do recommend using her in that new event, so if you do pull for Union and you do get her, you could use her on that team and she could be very, very solid. So here is True Night Darkness. So what she does with her skills is she's going to do a Mega Decoy, which is going to have a medium chance or a moderate chance of drawing enemies' attacks, and a moderate boost to her agility for all allies. Obviously a very, very good ability. Buffing your allies' agility as well as having a chance to draw in attacks is very, very good. Significant boost to physical attack and defense for one ally for 12 seconds. I don't think this can proc for herself. It says for an ally, but if it could proc for herself, I feel like that would be very, very strong. She also has the sling ability, of course, which has a low accuracy, and it has a moderate boost to her physical defense. She has a 0-second cooldown, of course, because this is her normal attack. Of course, her ultimate is going to be that draw ability where she just gives herself a super tanky abilities with the chance of drawing enemies' attack towards her. So obviously, she is built towards being an absolute tank. If you're able to get her like drawing attacks off as well as her super skill in to get all that defense, she can be very, very tanky and very, very good. Other than that, though, I mean, moderate boost to your physical defense is obviously very solid. And then her EX skill is something that we haven't seen yet. I'm not sure if this is on any other character, but I know this is probably the first like 4-star character that has this, which reduces physical attack damage by 8%. Now, I don't know exactly if this is for your team. I don't know if this reduces her own physical attack or if it reduces the enemy's physical attack, but considering it does not state it reduces the enemy's physical attack, I'm assuming it's going to be reducing her own physical attack, which obviously is not very good, but considering she doesn't do any physical damage, I feel like that is a-okay. But this is kind of like a useless EX skill. Unless this nerfs the enemy, this ends up nerfing the enemy, that is very good. But I feel like it just nerfs her, which is, I mean, whatever. But I don't feel like she should be getting nerfed. I feel like they should give her like a physical defense buff or maybe a health buff on here. But whatever. So Darkness True Night, the Swimsuit Darkness, she is pretty solid. Honestly, I feel like she's kind of just mediocre though all around, and the reason why I'm saying that you probably want to end up skipping this banner, especially if you are paying attention to the JP timeline. Now the reason why I'm telling you to skip this, of course, is because currently right now we're on the part 2 of summer, and there's going to be a part 3 which is going to have arguably the best character in the entire game, and that is going to be the Swimsuit Aqua. Now, Swimsuit Aqua is absolutely broken, so I'm going to go ahead and pull her up on the atmedia.jp KonoSuba Fantastic Days thing, so we're going to be able to take a look at her stats and show what she does. Alright, so I have the Swimsuit Aqua pulled up here. This is going to be the Aqua swimsuit. I think there is a 3-star Megamine that also comes on the banner. I think she is going to be a Darkness type as well as a Fire type. So she's going to be the Darkness Megamine that we're going to be getting. Of course, we're going to be getting the Electro/Light, I think she is, Aqua. Now, this Aqua is probably the best character in the entire game. She has the God Blow, of course, which just has insanely high scaling. 338% is very good. Physical damage to one enemy is obviously very solid. She has these skills here. Of course, she has the attack, charge time 0 seconds, non-elemental physical damage to one enemy. So once again, this is doing physical damage. And then she has her Thunder Buster, which has lightning physical damage to all enemies and small recovery for all allies, which obviously is very good. And then this is where she becomes insanely broken. 172% lightning physical damage to one enemy and medium up to the special skill gauge of all allies. That is absolutely broken. If you don't know what the special skill gauge is, if we go ahead and head back into the game here, your special skill gauge is going to be this blue bar at the bottom of your screen that fills up your gauge so that you're able to launch out your super attacks more. So the special skill gauge is going to directly affect this blue bar on your allies. So she's going to be giving all of your allies a medium buff to their special skill gauge. As you can see, with almost 3 full rotations of enemies there, our Melissa and our Iris got close to their ultimates. I think Melissa had ultimate. I think Iris was a little bit off, and as well as Aqua's off. So the special skill gauge directly affects that blue bar, which means you're going to be launching out your ultimates way, way more. This Aqua is she's just so good. And of course, her characteristics, she gives a increased attack power by 6% when attacking lightning attributes. So I think this is increased attack power by 6% whenever you have lightning attacks as well as light attacks. I think her EX skill does buff lightning as well as the light type. The light type, of course, main example being Iris. I think she gives a buff to that on her EX skill. I think for her normal one, it's just lightning, and then I think her EX, she buffs both of them, if I'm not mistaken. But here it is. So the special gauge rise, it says right here, while attacking at a skill to raise the deadly gauge of all allies, this deadly gauge basically means their super gauge. Until now, the only skill to increase special gauge was the rare special skill, so the activation timing was limited. So now, Swimsuit Aqua, which can raise the gauge with skill, can charge the gauge at the same time as the battle starts. So it is especially excellent in boss battles when there is only battle 1. Basically one battle, aka PvP mode, that new event that I just did a guide for. Aqua is going to be god tier in this. Swimsuit Aqua is going to be super, super insane. So Swimsuit Aqua obviously is going to be one of the best characters in the entire game. I think she's probably going to be number 1 just because of her insane godly ability. And the next character we have here is going to be the other part 3 character, and that is going to be the Swimsuit Wiz. Now Swimsuit Wiz is she's fairly solid. She's going to be a mage character. Her EX skill, I think, just buffs up magic power. Yeah, magic power up plus 6% when doing magic attacks. So she's going to be a magical character. Let's go over her skills here. She has the Cursed Crystal Prison, which does 252% to all enemies on an AoE magic damage water type. So that is honestly pretty solid. An AoE attack on water is pretty good. So here is her Spark Shot ability. Of course, it's just her normal attack. She does 105% lightning damage to one enemy, and it has a slightly recover to your own self. So she's going to be healing herself on her normal attack. She has her Thunderbolt ability, which does 162% lightning magic damage, as well as magic defense down to one enemy for 12 seconds. Pretty solid ability. Lowering defense is obviously very good. Then she has her lightning ability, which does lightning magic damage to one enemy at 223%, which is almost as much as her special skill. So she does a lot of damage on this lightning ability. So basically, she is going to be a single target kind of killer character. Obviously, her ultimate is on an AoE, but she's going to be doing a ton of lightning damage to the enemies. So now it says whenever you're getting the Snowplay lean, she's going to be a very excellent character with high versatility, not only as a sub-member of other Wiz, but also as a sub-member for other magic characters. So she can be very solid. Also says here, if you use the high magnification skill after lowering the magic defense, you can effectively damage it, and since both are single attacks, you can contribute to the firepower in places with few enemies, such as arena and boss battles. As I said, you can lower the defense with the Thunderbolt, and then hit him with the lightning attack, and you're going to be doing out a ton of lightning damage very rapidly. So this Swimsuit Wiz is going to be very solid. Obviously, I highly recommend going for the Swimsuit Aqua. This is the character that you all have been saving for. Everyone that has been saying save, this is the banner that you want to be saving for. So let's go ahead and head back into game and talk about my final thoughts on the Swimsuit Darkness. Alright, so to basically wrap it up for what I think of this Swimsuit Darkness banner, I think Swimsuit Darkness overall is a pretty decent character. I wouldn't say she's horrible. I wouldn't say she's great. I would say she's just mediocre at best. And the problem with the Swimsuit Darkness is she is between the banner of the Swimsuit Melissa, of course, being the first release banner, who also has, very good chances of you pulling on her because she is a 4-star Melissa, which means you could buff up your own Melissa, so you could use her as a sub character. But besides that, she's in between that banner as well as the upcoming Part 3 banner, which is going to have the Swimsuit Aqua, who is arguably the best character in the entire game. So she's just in a very, very bad position as a banner. I would say only summon for her if you want her. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.